guys, I'm back from Norway and I'm about to unpack my gear. So I just want to show you what I have in my 2 suitcases, my ski bag and my boots bag. My jacket was just here squeezed, and basically the puffy jacket, the seating pad and the pillow. Back in the days, I was using my Thermarest winter sleeping pad inflatable and this guy together. I put the ski poles inside, I put the tent pulk bag inside, okay? And just to save space as a part of the Tetris. And also this tent poles repairs. And this is just a stake, 50 centimeter stake. So all this was inside here. And it was a little bit more compact than it is now after Caroline used it. The Nalgene bottle, super important. Just a bunch of socks and clothes. Clothes, these are leggings. You know, you do your Tetris too, right? This is the Alugator. This is the hat my sister made for me. This is a t-shirt. This is the tent. Like 4.5 kilos or something like that. This is the pot, the cooking pot. Inside the cooking pot, I have 3 dry bags, different sizes. I have my towel. Remember, I use this to dry my feet. And I have one of these mini responder emergency trauma dressing, just to dress your wounds. Caroline gave it to me, and I said, okay, why not? I learned a lesson. Your wife gives you something, you take it, period. Don't ask them, they just take it. If you don't... So I have some clothes again. I have my mittens. You don't see these guys very much in my videos because I hardly ever use them, to be honest. My hands don't need so much, but they're there just in case in the truly bad days that is cold and windy. I need that, and I know it. This is the stove and the repairs kit for the stove. This is my mag, pea mag, coffee mag, hot chocolate mag, harness. Both the bottom and the top. A ring where the pulk attaches broke. The metal part of it broke. And I was completely devastated. I just couldn't believe my luck. I was like, how can the harness break? The flask. And the fuel bottle. Some more clothes. And the camp boots here in a dry bag. And it's a nail clipper. So yeah, I'm going to show you now the other one. I can't see a fuck, honestly. 0, 0, 0, right? What the fuck? So here we go. And voila. This. And then kind of like welcome, you know, my husband, my wife welcomed you to my home. And this is Caroline, this is me. Just thought it's cute. So you guys know this one, my Om smock that I've used in so many hikes, and it always comes with me. It's good insulation when it's wet, it's synthetic. In winter I'm no longer using it, I prefer wool. For the summer hikes, I love this one. For my brakes and whatnot, it's fantastic. Probably was a miracle that we didn't crash on the way. My goggles. I'm happy with them. I really like this feature,
which opens full ventilation around the lens to entirely eliminate fogging and moisture buildup.
Pretty much used to this one, right? No need to explain. Then a bunch of socks. These are freshly washed. And they're actually new. That was my icebreaker hat that I need to wash. This is the hat I've been using on the trips this winter. Well, the other one too. These are balaclava. These are my second leggings, and these are reversible. So like this, they breathe better, and if you were to reverse them, like that, and then you put them on, and so you would wear it like this. This is supposed to trap more heat. For the trips, these were on the outside of my legs, and I use them like this, and I'm very happy with them. Well, you guys know the rope and the carabiners. Some of you may be wondering, why don't you use these elastics to minimize, you know? I've been using it all winter just like this. I really like the direct feedback, the control, especially when you go down and you hold it in your hands. Maybe in the future I add the elastic. This is my shovel. We're going to put it together. For you, it's just folded. I use it mostly to dig the pit inside the tent, but oftentimes I just manage without. And just I know I can shorten this, and I do it often. It just, you make more strength like this. If ice accumulates in this, which is easy, then you cannot operate it. You need to play with it, warm it, melt the ice, And so what happens, you end up with a short shovel, and maybe you really need the shovel, and then it's short, and then there's ice, and then you need it. I've been trying Mammut leather gloves, just to try the leather. The leather has more grip. For example, you grab one of the straps to secure the tent, you have the grip to hold onto it, and it doesn't slip away your hands. Grip doesn't mean tactile feeling, that's different. I much prefer my plain Gore-Tex gloves to those made of leather. I can dry this pretty quickly, the warmer on my fingers. I just much prefer these, and these were $50-$55, usually you can find them. This is my pit rack, and here I have a probe to probe the surface to make a snow shelter.
Before I started this, I used my avalanche probe for determining how much snow we had. And we have just short of 2 meters. And you want about 3 meters in. And we'll spend the night here.
My pit rack, my Arctic bed, it's just folded here. Real meals, just my dry food. I have a bunch of them that I didn't finish, so they're here. And wherever we go in summertime, I will be bringing this with me. So I'm pretty happy I have them. This is my Miura Toro Bravo jersey that just came back. Remember that my mother made for me. This is just my synthetic vest that you'll see in all my videos this season. I use this pretty much every single day of the winter. And I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with this Mammut shell. I wouldn't pay for this particular model that is supposed to have a bib. It's just a trouser, and the bib on top of it is one size smaller than the trouser. The bib that comes with the size large is size medium, literally. I really don't know who their model is, but they really need to make some changes there. This is my new sleeping mat that substitutes the other combination, closed cell plus inflatable sleeping pad. This winter I didn't get -30, -40 down temperatures. I had an okay night. So I don't know how well this is gonna be doing in those temps. So far, my intention is to take this as my sleeping pad in the next winter adventures, regardless of where I go. It's 1 kilo of sleeping pad together with this dry bag that you connect with this thing, and you inflate the pad, and it works very well actually. If you go from cold to hot, deflate the pad. I've used extensively these Arcteryx mittens, slightly insulated. And they dry not super fast, but relatively okay. You don't have to fully dry them either, so I like them. And then we have this pair of gloves. I'm also going to wash. This is another implementation this winter. The very first time I did winter camping, I already experienced the mesh clothes. My friend Eric lent me leggings and a long sleeve t-shirt. But because then I didn't have experience doing these things, so I couldn't judge or I couldn't tell. So this winter I decided to give this a try. These are from this brand, Brynje of Norway. And I'm actually pretty satisfied with them, and I do recommend them. And I'm always gonna use this from now on. This is just a sleeveless. I will always take this with me. And the reason for it is you feel dry. as opposed to not wearing the mesh. And then you always, the little sweat you may have, boy, it cools you down so fast. So with this, you don't have a problem. This is the synthetic version, just to say for the record. Huge believer of this. This is the leggings equivalent, synthetic. The other thing I implemented this winter is thinner layers. So instead of using the thick merino wool t-shirt that you saw in my previous video about layering, I've been using the thinnest Icebreaker has, 175. Instead of just having this, I've been having the mesh without sleeves and the thinner base layer. These two work so much better for me than just this one. Basically, the whole layer system breathes better if you have more layers that are thin than if you have less layers that are thicker. You need to test it and you'll see what I mean. Then this, I have a few holes on them. They're a little bit, I need to retire this. I used this extensively. This is just a shell, no insulation at all. And these have a bit of insulation and they're thicker, more robust, The good thing about this is that they dry pretty quickly if you don't make them very, very wet. As thin as they are, they block the wind. And that's all you need for the most part. Some traveling sort of underwear. This just a t-shirt for traveling, merino wool, because everything I take for traveling can be used in the trips, just in case. These are my down mountain hard wear trousers. I'm very happy with them. I could still be using, to be honest, the synthetic ones from the US Army. They pretty much did the same at the end of the day. If you break them, you don't care because you pay $60 as opposed to, in the very best case scenario, 220. The US Army ones had a very nice elastic band at the end of your legs, whereas these are freaking odd. If I put it on top like this, it works all right. So at the end of the day, it's okay, but I still would like to have the elastic band like my other trousers, and then I would just put it instead in the inside. US Marine Corps sleeping bag inside here, okay? Synthetic bag. This is my sleeping bag. A similar story to the Rab jacket. The Peter got wet, the wetness went through, and then I had only this, and then it got wet, and it was just bad, you know? It's all wet. You don't see it like the light, there's no light here to show, but all this is wet. It failed like the Rab jacket. My Puffy jacket was a disaster. It was completely soaking wet. But this wool, this won't fail you, you know, because it was a bit wet last night as well. The down bag from Cumulus, warmer, pack smaller, weighs 1.150 grams. The US Marine bag is not as warm by any means, okay? It's heavier, 1.7 kilos, and it's synthetic. It doesn't pack as small as this. Well, you saw them just now. But it packs pretty similar, but not as small. Now, what's the deal? In the worst case scenario, this guy saved the day, like the wool jersey did when the Rab jacket failed. So when the down failed, the synthetic didn't fail. What happens, cat? Where are the cats? Where are the cats? Some more clothing. Some of them I just dropped in there because there's nothing relevant, but I really like this Klima piece of gear with the incorporated balaclava. I just really like it. And this two-way zipper here in the chest. You can just open it, so it's locked here on the top, but it's open here. This is a fantastic piece of gear, but just like these Arc'teryx gloves, there's some idiot there in the design team had to implement something stupid. So they also have some brain-dead choices here for the Mammut jacket that otherwise is excellent, and I really, really like it. So one more time, they absolutely fucked up the hood. I don't understand why they can't just nail a normal hood, but they fuck it up. It just comes down in a way that when you move, it starts pushing down. It's just bad. I'm gonna try fixing it somehow myself and see what the hell I come up with. It breathes very well. It dries very well. It doesn't block the wind, a 4 out of 6. When it's windy, blowing hard, stormy like, you need the hard shell. If you only use this, you freeze to your bones, trust me. For the other occasions that is not stormy, it's not blowing hard, this jacket is great and I love it and I use it every single day this winter. You need a jacket that breathes very well. You don't want it waterproof, you don't want it water repellent. Breathing well is your priority. You have a freaking good design of a jacket, everything breathing nice, good, and then boom, a freaking big patch here of a plasticky material that makes you sweat. The solution is to freaking remove it. But then you cannot use your pockets. And I like to use my pockets. You know, I like to have my phone on this pocket. I like to have a GoPro battery, a Nikon battery, maybe the Alugator, and the thin hat, or, you know, maybe a protein, an energy bar. So you need your pockets. I like the zipper. There is a proper zipper that I could use all winter long. It's robust and it's just nice, you know. The fact tab in the hood and the fact tab with this non-breathable patches for the freaking pockets. So now, as it is, how can I recommend you that jacket? It's a shame. It's when something is so good and then the fuck up. Am I gonna use it next winter? Yes. Yes, I'm harsh, but someone has to be harsh, you know, because otherwise they pay other people. Oh, the jacket is perfect. It was perfect. Yeah, call me next time. Someone has to be harsh, you know. This is my second skin, the gray balaclava you see in all my videos. I had this face mask. It works well, but let's face it, how can you put this on when you're wearing mittens or something, or let alone the balaclava? You just can't do it. I know it was gonna be headwind, so this is perfect for that. I decided to go for it. So far so good. It's not fogging my sunglasses, which was my main concern. My head torch, I had some sun cream, spare batteries for the head torch. And then the compass is here, my anemometer, sometimes I use it, it's just here. Different balaclavas for different conditions, from full sort of cover to less cover and maybe more comfort. When you fly with SAS, Scandinavian Airlines, and you pay for your skis, you can also add your boots to the package. Both in the ski and the boots bag, I add other stuff, and so far so good. The stuff always arrived. Here, I had some creams, contact details, your cream and your clothes. Here, I also had inside the boots a couple pair of socks. I had some souvenirs, so to say, a coffee, whatnot I brought in Norway, I put it in here. These are my micro spikes. So these are my skis. As you can see, I have this protection and the same in the back, okay? But then here, for example, I squeezed in my spare skins. These are the short pegs. These are the long pegs. It's weight that doesn't count in your check-in luggage. If any of my items got your attention or your eye and you have questions, just go ahead and ask in the comments. If I don't get back to you, it's just because I didn't get the notification from YouTube. It has happened in the past. I always get back to people. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned some. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.